League World Series Regional from Whitestown, Indiana. And we've got a fun one on deck tonight in Indy. It's the state champs from Ohio and the state champs from Kentucky. Just a 2-hour drive and change to Indianapolis. We are located about 25 minutes north of downtown. All roads leading to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. That is where these two teams are trying to get to. The tournament in Williamsport beginning next week. But tonight, it's all about winning and advancing in the Great Lakes Regional. And this Great Lakes Regional here in Whitestown featuring 5 teams. These two teams here tonight separated by just a couple of miles. Indiana advancing earlier on today will await the loser of this game in the elimination semifinal. Meanwhile, the winner advances to Wednesday's championship final. Hi again, everybody. Matt Schumacher alongside the former first rounder Chris Burke. The championship final is a place that this Little League team from Ohio has been to a lot. Meanwhile, the Kentucky team is here for just the second time this century. Quite a contrast.
No question about it. And you got a Kentucky team that's only been here twice, as you said, and starving to get back, right? A team that's been together for a long time. They feel like they've got a great chance. A West Side Hamilton team that they are built to get here every single year, 16 out of 20 years. But they're looking to get back to Williamsport and make a mark there. They maybe have their best team they brought here this decade.
Well, certainly when you look at the tail of the tape, you mentioned it, 3 straight regional appearances. They've been here 16 times out of the last 20 years. And they have made 3 Little League World Series appearances, including back in 2021. That was a runner-up finish in Williamsport. They went 4-0 in the state tournament, 2 wins by run rule, and they outscored their opponents 60-13 so far in this regional. They have outscored opponents 21-4.
Yeah, again, I think they feel like this is the best team they brought here in some time. And for Kentucky, they haven't been here a bunch, but when they came, they won. This team from LaGrange. They rolled through the state tournament, scoring about 7 runs a game. And so far, so good. One game, they won 12-2. So 2 teams, very different as far as experience here in Whitestown, but 2 teams that look like they could win the whole thing.
Winner advances to the regional championship on Wednesday. Loser will have a date with Indiana in the elimination game. First pitch is next. line dancing to start the tournament tonight in Indianapolis. Kentucky and Ohio getting set to do battle in the winner's bracket semifinal. Winner of this game advances to Wednesday's championship. Ken Coomer of Ohio has been here many times before. His message pre-pitch.
Here we go, boys.
Now let's meet the home team, representing the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Love how they say it.
Ken Coomer and Tim Nichtine have been coaching together for a long time. In fact, Ken Coomer's been to the World Series 3 times. Tim Nichtine has been 4 times, going all the way back to 1991. They're trying to get back for the first time since 2021. Meanwhile, Kentucky out of Grange has been once before to the Little League World Series. This is the order they will take on, starting with Boone Treadway. He's one of 2 returners from this Ohio team that played in this game last year.
Yeah, one of the returners, certainly one of the leaders, one of the best arms, one of the best athletes, has already hit a home run here in Whitestown, so you get their best right out of the gate.
The Ohio offense has shined brightly so far in their first 2 games. 21 runs over their first 2 wins against Michigan and Indiana. They'll take on Henry Baker, who ironically his favorite team is the Indiana Hoosiers. He's in the state of Indiana here, and he pitched in the state championship game for Kentucky. Got a big task ahead of him here tonight.
He does, and he's pitching the district championship, the state championship, maybe their best all-around player and athlete. So somebody they certainly have a whole bunch of trust in. But he's got his hands full here with this Ohio lineup that comes in having scored double digits in both games so far in this region.
By the way, 5 years ago, if you would have told an Indiana Hoosiers fan from the state that a kid in a different state picked them as their favorite team, they wouldn't have believed you. A couple trips to the CFP will do that.
No question.
Packed house tonight in Indianapolis. These 2 Little League programs located about 2 hours and change away from Whitestown. First pitch is a strike from Henry Baker. Treadway laser into center field. It will be extra bases for Boone Treadway. Turning on the Jets, stretching a single to a double to start the game.
Well, we talked about you get their best right out of the gate, and Boone Treadway, a homer already here in this regional. Now he gets a double to boot, just a rocket in the right center field gap. And how about the nerve? Just runs right in Easton Craig's face. I think if the throw goes through, there's maybe a bang-bang play at second base. But what a start there for the boys from Ohio.
1-0 count to Leo Feltner. That is a diving catch at short by Tanner Seaman, twin brother of Connor Seaman, the starting catcher tonight for Henry Baker. 1 gone. Williams up the middle. Diving play again by Seaman. No play at either bag.
Now that's an interesting play right there. Now I do think that he saves a run here by diving, but I'm not so sure he didn't have a play at first base there, Matty. But Wyatt Husband not on the base. Watch your first baseman for the Grange club. Watch him break in like he's going to go for the cut, and then there's nobody at first base. Would have been a very close play, but Seaman did save a run there by keeping that ball in the infield.
Got to watch out for this hitter. Josiah Infante, 6 foot, 185-pound 12-year-old who has already gone yard once in the tournament. Sends this high but shallow to center, drifting back Hodges. Treadway tags, tests the arm. He is safe behind a short throw from shallow center. And a 1-0 lead for Ohio thanks to Treadway's base running in the first.
Boy, and I love the send right there by Tim Nichtine at third base. Typically, people would play that conservatively, but when you got the second baseman backpedaling, you see here Hodges kind of with all his momentum going back towards the gap. I just thought that was a great time to try it, especially with the speed of Treadway.
And he doesn't score on that play if he doesn't stretch the single to a double on the opening hit of the game.
Yeah, the base running of Treadway created that run, no question.
Oh, 1 to Xander Kincaid.
Walton. One and two.
Brushes the home run hitter back. A lot of pop in this lineup from top to bottom. Kincaid called a true 5-tool player by Tim Nichtine, who's seen a lot of baseball at this level.
Well, he's got a homer and a triple here already. Not the biggest kid in the lineup, but as you said, very toolsy.
Draws a walk with 2 outs. It's interesting. This is sort of the start in this tournament that Ohio had last year. Felt like they really dominated until they got to the semifinal. And things started to get a little bit shaky for this team. Felt like they didn't finish the tournament last year the way they started it. And that has motivated guys like Bobby Frazier, who bounces it to first to end the inning. But Boone Treadway, one of 2 returners from last year's team, got the scoring started. Ohio leads it 1-0. Commonwealth of Kentucky, the Grange Little League at the regional for just the 2nd time since at least the year 2000. They reached Williamsport back in 2011. And they're trying to do it again here in 2026. They have, as Berkey mentioned earlier tonight, only played 1 game so far in the Great Lakes Regional. Big test here against the state champ from Ohio.
An offense that got off to a big start and didn't have a ton of hits, just 6 hits, but they turned 6 hits and 6 walks into 12 runs. And a a team playing with a lot of confidence, having rolled through their state tournament.
Like tonight, they trailed against Illinois to start the game in their victory on Saturday. Unfazed by a small deficit, they will take on Bob Frazier on the rubber for Ohio, one of two returners from last year's team that was knocked out by Illinois in the championship game. As we sort of got into a little bit in the last half inning, there's a feeling amongst the coaches, certainly, who have been here many times before, that they can get over the hump again this year.
Yeah, they're going to send Bob Frazier out to the mound, who's a veteran. He's been here before, actually pitched in the championship game here in this region last year, even though that they lost. So they feel comfortable with him having the ball in his hands here this evening.
All right.
Corbin Phillips leads it off.
One.
Strike one from Frazier.
Yes, he did. Oh, 2.
Phillips tripled in Kentucky's opening round game against Illinois. Might be the fastest on the team, according to the Kentucky coaches.
0-2. What?
Hard hit at third, knocked down by Thunder to stretch it first. Not there from Infante. He's wanting the coaches to challenge it, and Tim Nichtein's out of the Ohio dugout, perhaps to do just that.
Well, Feltner bobbles it, and good note for all you youngsters out there. You want to pick that ball up with your bare hand, but Smiley, my man Smiley's getting down the line right there. Corbin Phillips, watch him go back at it with his glove, then doesn't get it great. Down the stretch from Infante makes it interesting, but just a good reminder for you youngsters out there. If you bobble it, man, pick that thing up with your bare hand. That's going to save you some time.
That speed of Phillips appeared upon first look to beat the throw. It did.
Yeah.
I think clearly there. Heck of a stretch by Infante.
And it's always tough to decide how you want to use your challenges, but to use it on a leadoff hitter in the first and potentially be down one here, which it looks like they're going to be down one, it makes things pretty tight the rest of the way on how you want to use your challenges.
Managers are allowed 2 unsuccessful challenges through the first 6 innings. Should we need extras, you are awarded 1 additional challenge. Those of you keeping, I agree, and for those of you keeping track at home throughout the course of this regional here in Whitestown, coaches' challenges are successful just 22% of the time.
Umpire has been very solid here.
It's a lot cooler thing.
We got the Macarena going on the mound. You'd like to see that.
I'd like to see you jump.
My man Caden Trent staying loose. That's so great.
It appears we have come to a conclusion here. Safe at first.
Hey! Stay Hey, Rita.
Matthew Teague, the first base coach for Kentucky, with some words for Tanner Seaman. Digs in with a runner on.
Whoa. Gotta stay in the box, batter. 1 foot in the box. There you go. You got it.
Chopper to third, bounces off the diving mitt of Feltner. Both runners are safe. Tying run in scoring position. A couple of tough plays in the hot corner to start.
Yeah, this is one of those where you just, it's kind of a do or die play. You see this ball beating the ground. You got to go hard now, which he does. Loses his footing as he goes to make the pick on the short hop, and you kind of feel for Bob Frazier. Neither ball's left the infield yet. He's in a mess here already.
Hey!
Easton Craig with 2 on, nobody out. Seeking his first hit of the Whitestown Regional. Ball gets away from Caden Trent. Both runners advance to scoring position.
Man, that was a great jump at second base by Corbin Phillips, and good job there by Tanner Seaman to follow him. He sees this ball in the dirt. Watch how quickly he reads this thing, and he is gone. Love the anticipation right there.
1-1.
Hey!
Have a chance to talk with all of these Little League managers entering the week. One of the things that stuck out to me about Kentucky, every kid out of their 13-player roster had at least a 500 OBP in districts and state. Strikeout of Craig. Needed it if you're Bobby Frazier, 1 down.
Yeah, that is a big-time pitch to not just get that out and leave the runner at third, but do it without needing your defense. That's just a paint job right at the bottom of the strike zone. A ball that you'd love to see Craig pull the trigger on, but he is frozen, and the first big out recorded.
Nine, I hit him.
That catches Henry Baker, and now the bases are loaded. Speaking of OBP, this team doesn't have necessarily the most power in this tournament, but they feel like they have the ability to get on base and create havoc when they are.
Yeah, that ball just barely grazes the sleeve of Henry Baker.
No, just set up, that was, but listen to me. Everything just set up as normal going forward, okay? Normal going forward. Okay, all right? So, too, don't cut close. Give me 8 inches outside, all right? You look at me for signs because you can't touch the second baseman. Do not get a sign. You just know what's coming. You understand? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Hey, corner's in. Hey, Leo, in. Hey, big boys. Hey, you want a big boy in for playing home? You just turn whatever.
Big boy seems like a fitting nickname. Josiah Infante.
Here we go.
6 foot 185.
I mean, I've heard more creative, but it's apt.
He could eat me for lunch. Here's Wyatt Husband, looks at the ball upstairs. How would you play this, Berkey?
You know, I'd probably play the infield in. I know it's early, but this game feels like runs are going to be at a premium, and you're looking at, you know, 6-5, 7-6 kind of ball game. It's so hard to turn double plays here at this level. Yeah. With a force out at home, to me, I would just come in, and the other thing is, as close as you are to the hitter, there's not a ton of range either. So I'd probably play it in across the board.
1-1 pitch from Frazier. Big swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the breaking ball.
If he can get ahead early, that breaking ball is a real weapon. We've seen a couple uncomfortable swings already against it.
Time, guys.
Time called by Ken Coomer. Phil Levike done with that chat. Our home plate umpire. Frazier ahead in the count 1-2.
1-2.
Tying run at third.
Play.
Second strikeout of the inning. 2 gone.
It's a big-time sequence right there by the left-hander, Bobby Frazier. We talked about the ability to spin that breaking ball, and you get the breaking ball down in the zone, and then the hitter's trying to look for the ball up, and then you pair it with a fastball up right afterwards, and that is big-time pitching by the young left-hander.
Ground ball to the big man. Gets under his glove. It's a tie game. Infante lost it. Phillips scores on it, and we're tied at 1.
Boy, and that's a tough one. You know, just a ball that's dribbled off the end of the bat, and the big fella Infante just doesn't get the glove to the ground. All he's got to do is just corral that thing and step on the base. The glove doesn't get to the ground. Kentucky ties it up.
Too much time to think about that.
Maybe, yeah.
So now Ethan Hodges, Kentucky's starting second baseman, with a chance to give the team from North Oldham Little League the lead. Hodges has already driven in a run in the tournament. Ahead in the count 2-0.
Man, such a big play, right? You had a chance to get out of that thing with nobody across. And now here you are, 3-0 count. Just trying to keep the ball game tied.
Bob Frazier wants to switch the ball out. Got to have a strike here. You're taking all the way if you're Hodges?
Yeah, you're taking right here.
Was surprised by that strike call. And now a hitter's count with the bases juiced.
Now you're letting it rip. Now you got a chance to change the ball game right here. He's proven that he can throw you a strike. Now you got to be dead red.
Hodges draws a walk, and just like that, Kentucky jumps in front. Boy, it has been a wacky inning, but again, we go back to that conversation we had with the Kentucky coaching staff. Maybe not the biggest team, maybe not the most pop in the tournament, but we get on base top to bottom, and when we do, we score. 2 infield singles, a hit batter, an error, and a walk, and they've scored 2 runs in the midst of all of that. Still threatening with the bases loaded, 2 outs for Wyatt Burkhart.
2 runs and the ball hasn't left the infield. That's what you call an efficient inning.
Love those 34 earrings behind
Mama's
home plate.
dialed in.
Something a little different.
Great crowd here from Grange tonight.
So much community support in Grange. Radio requests, newspaper interviews. The kids have been treated like celebrities in their hometown before making the trip here. And it's a group that's played together for a long time, many of them since they were 6 or 7 years old, Berkey.
Yeah, they've been dreaming about this opportunity for a very long time. In a pretty good spot here right out of the gate.
2-2. Full count to Wyatt Burkhart, bases loaded. Already 2 runs in the inning.
See Burkhart just pounds his chest back to the dugout. Boy, it's got a big at-bat feel in the first, doesn't it?
Already 6 pitches. You said it. Feels like this game is going to be tight through the entirety. Huge at bat for both teams. And Burkhart wins it. 3-1 Kentucky. Back-to-back walks after their error that allowed the inning to continue.
Yeah, you're just a foot away, a couple inches away, really, from walking off the field with a 1-0 lead.
In steps Braxton Anderson, who provided some of the biggest hits for this North Oldham Little League team in district and state play.
It's a presence in the batter's box, too. 3-1 with the bases loaded on a night where the wind's kind of generously blowing out. He's got a chance to push this thing to 4 or 5 runs here with one big swing of the bat.
Looks at all 3. Called strike 3. And Frazier gets out of the inning, but not before Kentucky can erase a 1-run deficit and take a 2-run lead after 1 in Whitestown.
Come on, don't pick the ball off your glove. Pick up your hand. You know better than that. Just throw it. Hey, it's over with. It's the past. It's the past. Right now, come out, swing the bat. You understand? We're going to score runs. We're going to score runs. So let's go.
It's a 1, 2, 3, hit!
Hey, let's go, baby.
Ken Coomer, passionate delivery of that message to his offense, who has scored plenty of runs.
Yes.
So far in the tournament. There's a first pitch swing into center. Oh! Diving play, leaping to get it. Easton Craig.
Hey now, Easton Craig. That looked like it had triple written all over it. Maybe not the best of jumps out of the gate. Kind of a pause and then a sidestep, but the length, the range, the athleticism to finish the play and steal extra bases and keep the momentum for the team from North Oldham.
Walker Osborne starting at second base tonight for this Ohio team. pitched in the state championship game. Also led off the inning of the state championship
2-1
with a hit before scoring the eventual game-tying run. One-out walk drawn by Osborne. Well, your child can experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball. Just visit playlittleleague.org. Enter your address. Find a Little League community program near you. Finn Dykes also hit and scored the game-winning run in the state championship for Ohio.
Also very, very drippy. Like, I mean, you're Finn's so far, he's got the All-Uni award in this regional.
And rips it up the middle. One-out single. Tying run is aboard in the second. Okay. Off the bat of Finn Dykes.
Okay, you back up the drip, kid. I see you.
When you match the gloves to the top color on the bat,
yep. You got it.
All the accent colors in between.
We got an arm sleeve that's got a little pop in there too.
That is Chris Burke drip.
Connor Burke.
Oh,
that baby Burke. He's
shout out to baby Burke.
Oh, it's a problem.
We got the necklaces going.
No, I didn't offer that award lightly.
Where's your drip here?
It didn't exist. The word, it wasn't even a thing. Drip was your faucet in 1992.
No gloves?
Hey, that bat had some juice in it.
Oh, I bet it did.
Careful.
I bet it did.
Careful.
Stirrups and no gloves.
That's it.
Now, you guys did actually play with helmets back then, didn't you?
There were helmets,
yeah.
Yes. Thanks for asking.
Just making sure.
I think it was the first year of them.
Yeah. At least you had a color photo of your Little League picture. Ball gets away. Runner at second's going to take off. Walker Osborne advances to third. Finn Dykes playing it cautiously at first, stays put. Zach Hilton at the plate here.
Here we go.
Son of Chris Hilton, one of the assistant coaches for Tim Nichtine, alongside Ken Coomer. And this is how rich the Little League program is for Ohio. Zach Hilton's dad, Chris, on the staff, as I mentioned, went to the World Series in 1991 with Tim Nichtine as the manager. And Zach draws a one-out walk to load the bases. Go-ahead run aboard in the second.
Now here we are. This game's got all the feels of six-round heavyweight bout. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of punches thrown on both sides.
Here's Cameron Trent. Takes a strike. Tim Nichtine has been coaching Little League baseball for 43 years.
And somehow never ages. I feel like he looks the same every year.
I was thinking the exact same thing today when we saw him hitting fly balls.
I know.
Pre-game.
Best pre-game fly ball hitter I've ever seen. It's not even close. Henry Baker struggling right now with the strike zone. You can tell the pace has slowed. There's some frustration out there with his body language.
How you playing this defensively?
You know, with a two-run lead, it probably makes a little more sense to be with the middle pushback. I love the corners in here, though. If they hit a rocket at you, throw that thing home and keep your two-run cushion.
2-2 misses upstairs. Full count with the bases loaded.
3-2.
to drive in the second run of the game for Ohio.
Well, you know, both coaching staffs have to be frustrated here. Each team is kind of trading back and forth, gift-wrapping runs. Hasn't been a ton of hitting in this game. I mean, I guess there are 5 hits, but a lot of them kind of the infield variety.
6 free passes combined. In the top of the second. Here's the 12-hitter for Ohio, Hudson Vonderhyde. If you are uninitiated to Little League Baseball, it is a continuous batting order. Everyone on the roster hits. Check swing from Vonderhyde fouls it off. Two-one. Ball gets away from Seaman. In from third, Dice scores without a tag. Tie game in Whitestown.
Boy, things have changed quickly, have they not? I mean, this was almost feels like a carbon copy of what went on last half inning when North Oldham was on offense, but now they've given those runs right back. And you got the dangerous top of the order looming.
Both offenses just content to be patient, let things play out a little bit. That's a strikeout, maybe 2 content. Second out of the inning as the lineup turns over for Boone Treadway.
Well, that's a big call in the game right here because you got Boone Treadway up next. A fastball in the outside corner. Vonderhyde goes looking.
And now we're going to have a courtesy runner. Vonderhyde is going to go pinch run, rather courtesy run for Caden Trent, starting catcher for Ohio.
As a courtesy runner, number 3, Hudson Vonderhyde.
Treadway stretched a double to lead off the game back in the first. Laser down the left field line. Fair ball. Clears the bases. Treadway thinking 3. Cruising around second. Diving in for a triple. Ohio leads again.
And you hear the Boone cheers from the Hamilton West Side, folks. He gets a hanging breaking ball. First pitch breaking ball, he takes it. Second one sitting right down Broadway. And just rips it in the left field corner. That clears the bases. We talked about what a big moment in the game here for the top of the order to be flipped. And boy, did he cash in there. A 4 spot now for Ohio here to re-grab the lead.
There's Leo Feltner. Treadway, the son of Brian Treadway, former 3rd-round pick in the Major League Baseball draft. Tight ball 2.
2-1.
Pitch. Feltner, the lone 11-year-old in this lineup. It's a pretty loud statement that he's hitting in the 2-hole.
Delivers a high fly ball to center. Craig slipped. Ball drops. Treadway scores. And up to second goes Feltner. And Craig, who made an unbelievable leaping catch in center field to start the inning, left perplexed in center with 2 outs.
Man, that is a tough play right here. He doesn't get a great read on it, but he's going to recover and make this play. See how he drops back? Then he's putting his foot in the ground because he kind of overplayed it, loses his footing, and wow, that is an uncostly, or excuse me, an unforced mistake that has to be frustrating as North Oldham's just begging to get off the field at this point.
Wonder if the sun had anything to do with it. He's looking right into the setting sun behind the stadium. Regardless, a monster inning here for Ohio. They put up 5 runs to regain the lead and still threatening with Bryson Williams.
Come on, Bryson!
Baker up to 50 pitches.
Doing what?
This has been a high-stress inning.
2-1. Through into left field. Tim Nichtine will hold Feltner at third on a 2-out single by Bryson Williams.
Well, what did King Coomer say? We're going to hit. We're going to score runs. We are going to hit. And his boys have backed him up. And now Mr. Infante, who had a miscue last half inning, but boy, could he make an impact right here.
Ball gets away. In from third, under the tag, safe as Williams advances to second base. 7-3 Ohio.
Fastball looked like Baker just kind of tugged it. It gets past Seaman, and boy, is it close at home, but the tag just not in time.
Infante already has 2 RBI in the tournament. The 6-foot, 185-pound first baseman. No, he's not in the major leagues. Though his measurements might suggest otherwise.
There's a lot of great players that were 6', 185. There's a good list of them right there. And
by the way, you weren't one of them.
I was not one of them.
First round draft pick. 2-1 pitch. That gets away. And up to third, Williams. You mentioned Ken Coomer telling his team, as we told you coming out of break, or showed you rather, we're going to hit. We're going to score runs. He told us we're nuts about hitting. We work on it for 2 hours straight at practice. Infante showing that work up. Drives in Williams. Thinking 2. In with a stand-up 2-out double.
Yeah, Skipper's looking prophetic right about now because this offense is rolling, and it has been extra base hit after extra base hit. A fastball up, and he just chops it down the third base line. Look at that path kind of working high to low right there. And boy, it's been a tough inning. Baker could have gotten out of it with the fly ball to center field. But instead, it looks like they're going to have to make a change.
Baseball play. We're good. Come on. Hey, go out there and make some plays. Here, go to center field. Corbin!
Matthew Teague makes a pitching change. 5-run lead for Ohio. We'll finish the second inning when we come back.
Let's go.
Make plays, man. Hey, let's go.
Matthew Teague hands the ball over to Corbin Phillips, who will come in to relieve Henry Baker. Phillips had been playing in right field. Runner at second base. 2 outs in what has been a 7-run second inning for Ohio. They've had 4 straight 2-out hits, 3 of them for extra bases. Launched into right center. Goodbye! Moonshot! Xander Kincaid. 2-run bomb.
Hey now, Mr. Kincaid, his second home run here in this Great Lakes Regional. They told us this kid had some real juice in his bat, and boy does he, a rocket out to right center field, up and out over the plate, a little one-handed finish, and this thing just exploded off the bat of Kincaid, a no-doubter to right center field, and man, has this game changed in a heartbeat.
Ohio has officially batted around in the order. Bob Frazier, the pitcher for this team from Hamilton West Side Little League, at the plate here. 12th different batter to come to the plate this inning for Ohio.
Here we go.
Time called by Bob Frazier.
Hey, no matter how much fun you want to have with your celly, don't forget to touch home plate. Like, that's important. We had to go back and touch it after.
He was just thinking about getting that home run ball,
Yeah,
which
man.
I believe was delivered to somebody in the crowd.
Okay, that's good to hear. But I'm all for celebrating with your teammates, but we really do need to finish the act of the home run first.
Teachable moment.
That's right.
Full count here to Frazier.
Touching all 4 bases, very important.
3-2.
If you want it to count.
That's right.
Frazier's 3-2 comebacker to Phillips. That ends a 9-run second inning. Capped off by a 2-run Xander Kincaid bomb.
Man, this Ohio offense making their skipper look really smart. Ken Coomer says we're going to hit, we're going to score. How about a 9 spot in the second? The exclamation point, a bomb to right center.
Thank you, Zubin. Welcome back to Whitestown, Indiana. No weather tonight, thankfully. Clear skies. Feels like 94 degrees. Summer heat not slowing the ball down for Ohio, though.
And it's 8 o'clock here in the Midwest, and it feels like 94 degrees. What's going on here, man?
You tell me. You live it's actually south than here.
It's actually very nice here in this air-conditioned booth.
It is. We don't feel a thing.
That's right.
I'm a little chilly, in fact.
That's right. It's very pleasant.
10-3 the score. Ohio, if you can believe it, at one point trailed in this game. That seems like an eternity ago. They lead by 7 as we start at the bottom of the second. Frazier misses with ball 1.
And if you're Bob Frazier here, you have one assignment: middle, grab a four-seam fastball and throw that sucker right down Broadway. If they hit a bunch of rockets and get themselves back in the ball game, so be it. But you cannot allow them to gain momentum with free passes.
2-1.
That hits Connor Seaman. Leadoff runner is aboard for the second consecutive inning for Kentucky.
The right fielder, 17, Sawyer Dennison.
Love that favorite celebrity dude perfect. Now, like, should we pick one of them, or do they just count as a person?
That's a great question. Now you're asking the hard-hitting question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Bob.
This is what America wants to know.
That's right. I'm just glad they're still relevant. That was a thing when I was in college.
They are extremely relevant. Just check our YouTube history. Yes.
Two-one pitch to Sawyer Dennison.
Yep.
2-2.
Dennison seeking his first hit of the tournament. In the air, foul down the left field. According to his coaches, the player every coach would love to have. Lines it into the mid-third of Feltner. One down.
Well, for Kentucky, if they're going to get back in this ball game, they need some of those to find green grass. A line drive that just couldn't see very good. Went right to a fielder's glove. That's not the point. You like those line drives with eyes.
Joel McComb, nicknamed Cap or Captain America, has become the pseudo-captain of this Little League organization. As tough as they come. In the words of his manager, Brandon Berry. Two 2-1 pitch. Runner on, one down.
Well, I mean, we're gonna go Captain America. We gotta let that one. We gotta take that one right there, right? We can't move. Those are tough ones in a 10-3 game. That's a hard one to discipline yourself to take, the kneecap ball. Easy to say when you're in an air-conditioned booth, right?
Yeah. No protective gear on that front leg.
No.
You're wearing that one.
Needs the Acuna leg guard.
3-2, diving play at third. Feltner, no throw, thought about it. Well, he's a vacuum in the hot corner. Saves that from potentially being extra bases. First and second, one down.
Nice at bat there by McComb. I'm not certain this ball was fair, Matty. See here, Felton go to his backhand. Man, that's a hard one, but certainly a 50-50 call.
13 batters in the Kentucky lineup. Brandon Berry is the 13th. Rather, Cooper Berry, the son of manager Brandon, is the 13th. Meanwhile, Bob Frazier now up over 50 pitches. Playing for his father, who also made a trip to the regional. Way back in the day, won a state championship with his 12U team. Now getting to coach his son. And it's been one of the cool experiences.
Yeah, no doubt.
Over to second base, flip to the bag. It is there in time. Two gone, runners at the corners.
Love the backhand flip right there from Osborne to Treadway. Pretty nifty little feed there by the Ohio second baseman as they look to post the first 0 of this ball game. Shutout frames have been hard to come by so far.
Understatement of the night. Corbin Phillips back to the top of the order here for Kentucky. He's got a chance, Berkey, to do some damage. With 2 on and 2 out. Reached on an infield single, came around to score back in the first.
Yeah, well, we talked about this last half inning with Ohio, the ability to flip the batting order here with runners in scoring position. Treadway had the big hit that got it going for Ohio. Can Phillips do the same for Kentucky?
What's your approach as a hitter when you dig in, you got runners on, but you see this 7-run deficit?
Well, I think with runners in scoring position here, you got to go up there in an aggressive mindset because you're certainly not going to come back without your biggest hitters coming up in the biggest moments.
Dribbler to second, wise play by Walker Osborne. Just takes the easy tag. And Kentucky strands 2. 7-run lead for Ohio through 2 in Whitestown. Speaking of former Little Leaguers who did pretty good, Chris Burke, Matt Schumacher with you. Nice play at first base by Wyatt Husband, making the stretch. 1 out to start the 3rd.
A pitch and an out.
We'll take it.
How about it?
This Ohio offense has rarely produced quick outs in this game. 7 runs have been scored with 2 outs.
Right.
And they are 6 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Ken Coomer said it ahead of their 2nd inning rally in which they scored 9 runs. We will score and we will hit. Another quick out at second base. 2 gone. Ken told us on the call entering the tournament this week that they will regularly bring in 14 and 15-year-olds to pitch against their hitters. And then they feel like when they get into this setting, the pitching isn't as tough as they've seen before.
Well, yeah, you put a 14-year-old, if they're throwing for 46 feet 6 inches, good luck.
Those are some tough practices. One drop down, fielded off the rubber nicely by Corbin Phillips. 1, 2, 3. We go into the bottom of the 3rd, a 5-pitch inning. Go figure. In the WNBA, featuring 3 of the league's top 4 scorers, Kelsey Mitchell, Breanna Stewart, and yes, Caitlin Clark will be on the hardwood after her 8th technical of the season was rescinded.
Good news.
A lot of storylines in the W this year.
Well, I'm glad she's playing. That's always good for the league.
WNBA countdown starts at 7, tip-off at 7:30. Meanwhile, back here in Whitestown,
You got to keep your foot in the box.
located about 25 minutes away from the Indiana Fever's home stadium. The state champs from Ohio lead Kentucky by 7. Bob Frazier nearing 60 pitches for a Ohio team that feels very good about their pitching situation entering what could be the championship game on Wednesday if this score holds.
Yeah, I mean, it really kind of felt like a must-win for the team from Ohio. I mean, obviously both these teams locked in to try to win this game, but for Ohio, having already played 2 games, playing today, that's their 3rd. If they would have lost today, they were looking at 5 in a row. It's a pretty tall task for any team at this stage in the game.
4th strikeout of the night, meanwhile, for Frazier.
It's high gas right here. Fastball right at the top of the zone. Seaman can't climb the ladder.
This is Frazier's 2nd appearance of the tournament. 2 of their star pitchers not available tonight because of their pitch count. Boone Treadway, Josiah Infante. Both would be available, though, for the championship game. Lofted into left, diving play. Boone Treadway was awfully close, couldn't quite glove it. 1-out single.
Boy, with each step, it looked like he was going to make that play. I don't know what size that glove is, but he needed a half-inch bigger, and he secured this snow cone here. Good crossover step, perfect angle on the dive, and just comes up about an inch short.
Ball top.
Tim Nickteen said he's got the best glove at shortstop maybe he's ever had in his 40 years coaching this level of ball. Quite an athlete. Told you about his father. 3rd-round pick in the Major League Baseball draft. Man of many talents, though. Look at this sketch of Ken Griffey Jr.
Outstanding work. And interesting from being in the Cincinnati area, he decided to go with the Seattle Griffey Jr.
instead of the Reds Griffey Jr. He went with Prime Griffey.
Okay, fair enough. Prime Griffey was pretty special.
3-0 count to Henry Baker. Turns away from ball 4. 2 on, 1 out. Meat of the Kentucky lineup here in the bottom of the 3rd.
They need that big hit, as you see here. Ken Coomer coming out to have a chat.
Close, but they're off. Yeah.
It's all right. Hey, don't worry about it. Hey, great effort. All right, brother. Good job. Go center field for me. All right. Will Williams going to come close this out. All right. Good job.
Hey, good job, Bob. Good job, Bobby.
Hey, listen to me. He'll give you the corner, okay? Hit the spot. Let's go. Hit the spot. Hit the spot.
Pitching change for Ohio. Moving to the mound, number 7, Bryson Williams.
Ken Coomer makes a pitching change. Bob Frazier will replace Bryson Williams in center field, who will come in to pitch. 2nd appearance of the tournament for Williams. Well, not only did Boone Treadway start this game with a double and score, and then a triple, scoring 2 and score, he's had a big tournament since we kicked this thing off.
Yeah, and we like homers. We like homers. We like gas. I mean, you talk about a kid putting on a show here in Whitestown, and the emotion. Catches a high heater, rips it out just inside the foul pole, gives Pop some love, comes around second base, and this dude just plays the game with some juice that's infectious. And boy, does he show you the markings of somebody that's going to play it for a while, too.
Dad in center field, where he always watches his son's games. Brian pitched for UNC Charlotte, and he's now the head coach at Baden High School. Just won the state championship earlier this spring. A lot of championships in that household.
Yeah. And that's a proud papa standing out there. I guarantee you that. His boy is playing at a very high level right now.
What?
What's the saying? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Husband grounds it to Treadway, bobbles, flips. Not enough time for a double play. They get one. Runners at the corners, 2 down.
Tell you what, that ball had some topspin on it, and of course we know that we've seen some of these ground balls eat some guys up today, but a big part of playing shortstop is keeping your poise when you don't field it cleanly. Look, keep your poise, barehand the baseball like we talked about earlier, and you're not going to catch every one of them clean. The ball just moves too fast, but can you slow down your heartbeat and still finish the play even if you don't catch it cleanly?
Lincoln Schleter. Don't see that too often. Dream job, MLB umpire.
Okay.
Usually you'd see MLB player, NFL player. We've seen that mixed in on the questionnaires. You got to be okay with taking criticism.
Yes, a lot of, yes, you're always going to take criticism in that deal, but replay has softened that quite a bit.
Yeah. And the ability to challenge.
I'll tell you what's great about that deal is, well, you can do it for a while. I mean,
no question.
If you're good at it, you can do it for 30, 40 years.
The body doesn't quite get as beat up as if you're playing shortstop.
Exactly. I played in a game where I think Bruce Fromming broke the record for somebody. I think Joe West or somebody eventually broke it, but I remember when somebody told me the number of games he had umpired, it just like made your brain explode.
It's a longevity game.
It can be, certainly. It's not an easy path to get there.
All of our umpires here during the Little League World Series are volunteer. So appreciate them for the amount of hours they put in and the performance they've put together as well. 3-2 upstairs, loads the bases with 2 outs. By the way, your man Bruce umpired 5,163 games. That doesn't sound real.
No.
5,163.
162 games, 37.
Right. I'll sit here and wait for you to do that math. No calculators. Strike 2 to Hodges.
It's, 32 seasons or so.
Wow.
Yeah. You can hang around a while.
Big opportunity here for Kentucky to get back into this game. It's just
one swing away. One big swing away here from Ethan Hodges being right back in this ball game.
The carrot is dangling. Big catch there from Bryson Williams. He says, no, sir. Shuts the door on Kentucky with the bases loaded in the 3rd.
Boy, that is a nasty breaking ball right there by Bryson Williams. Giving me some Marcus Stroman vibes there. The ability to manipulate the breaking ball. And it wasn't perfect, but Ohio posts another 0.
X, Instagram, and TikTok at the official handle at Little League. Don't forget to use the hashtag LLWS. Welcome back to Whitestown, Indiana. 7-run lead for Ohio. Winner advances to Wednesday's championship game. Loser will take on Indiana. You could also use your phone to watch the game in the crowd.
Love it.
And tweet updates in between innings. Zach Hilton leads it off. State champs from Ohio have been here 16 out of the last 20 seasons.
22.
Feels like a big inning here for North Oldham. They need to get through the bottom part of this batting order cleanly so they can face Treadway with nobody on in the next frame. Again, obviously, they're going to have to score a bunch of runs to actually get back in this game. But if they're going to keep Ohio down, I think it starts with taking care of the bottom of this order.
Chopper to third with John Jr. across the diamond, and Anderson, the new first baseman, couldn't quite glove it.
Well, that's a tough one. And granted, a throw that it isn't perfect, but Cone gives him a catchable ball, and the ball just squeaks under Braxton Anderson's glove. And that's a tough way to get the inning started.
Good job getting us ground balls. Great job. Really good. All right, we need you. All right, let's go. Come on. Hey, pound the zone. Good things will happen. Give me ground ball. Give me ground balls. All right, make plays for him. Let's go. Hey, we got to have that baseball. That's a must. All right. Hey, get him in a rhythm. Get him going. Got it. We got a change. Yep. Ethan, 14 for 21. Coop, go to left. Yeah.
Well, Matthew Teague out of the dugout to make a change. He's going to bring second baseman Ethan Hodges into pitch. And make a few other defensive adjustments as well, which we'll tell you about as Hodges gets loose. Such an interesting matchup between these two. Of course, Ohio, as we've mentioned, has been here so many times before. The team from Kentucky out of North Oldham Little League here for just the second time this century. Matt Schumacher, Chris Burke with you. And Burke, you played in a lot of big games. You know, this Ohio team told us they felt like they let the bright lights get to them last year in the championship game. They've brushed that off pretty quickly here tonight.
Yeah, and their stars played like it, right? Treadway has been amazing for them. The double down the left field line felt like it was kind of the biggest blow to this game. Now, does Kentucky have the juice to get back in the seventh? The pitching's been good enough to keep this Ohio offense at bay, but at some point the offense is going to have to really kick it in gear if they've got a magical comeback in them.
Well, certainly the Ohio offense has been the story of the night tonight. They had a 9-run second inning, many of those runs coming with 2 outs. Regardless of how the rest of this game shakes out, you know Kentucky's going to have to score at least 7. It's a long and uphill battle here, but still a lot of baseball to play.
A lot of baseball to play, and you don't want to put it past this North Oldham club from being able to come back. But again, the first things first right now, while Ohio's up to bat, is that they're going to have to play catch and figure out a way to keep this offense of Ohio at bay, because the top of the order looming once again.
Ball.
One-oh count to Caden Trent. Drops down the bunt. Hodges off the rubber. Makes the play at first. Over to second goes Hilton. 1 down.
fielder number 3, Hudson Vonderheide.
Hitter for Ohio, Hudson Vonderheide here. Top of the lineup looming. That's Boone Treadway on deck.
Hey! Here you go.
Obviously, the story of this game has been the way the top of this order performed the last time through. And so as Vonderheide continues to extend this at bat, just feels like a must win here for Ethan Hodges.
To short. And that one is picked by Anderson. 2 outs. Hilton advances to third as Boone Treadway will come back to the plate for the 3rd time tonight.
Nice job there, Bob Braxton Anderson. Well done, young man. First play didn't go his way, but you could argue that second one was an even tougher chance than the first one, and he made it flawlessly.
Pitch Boone Treadway. You've seen a homer in this tournament today, double, triple. He can fly,
defend,
draw.
Draw.
Here you go.
You're ahead here if you're Hodges.
No question. Yeah, now we get to see him battle with 2.
Give him a big target.
Dad Brian, a local high school baseball coach, pitched collegiately, pitched in the minor league ranks. That's a heck of a tournament. MVP caliber for Boone Treadway. 2 strike count, 2 down, base runner aboard.
Well,
I always love watching good players attack 2 strike at bats. If you're ever going to play at a high level in this sport, you got to be able to hit with 2 strikes.
Treadway laser right back to Hodges. They put a good swing on it. Hodges spikes, and he gets Kentucky out of a little bit of a jam in the 4th inning.
Okay, Ethan Hodges. Yes, it was a barrel, but your reactions were quick enough. And boy, you know Boone and Papa Treadway are ticked about that one.
7 o'clock Eastern, Mariners Yanks. 10 Eastern, little West Coast action. Rangers, Angels. Rangers only a half game back of Houston for first place in the AL West. Here's a trivia question for you at home that I'm just going to answer for you. Can you name a former Houston Astro that is currently calling Little League Baseball? Chris Burke, welcome to the program.
Hey.
So glad to have you with us. I was doing a little bit of reconnaissance earlier today. Couldn't remember exactly the years that Chris Burke played for the Houston Astros. Look it up. First thing I see, walk-off homer in the NLCS. Now that had to be something that you will never forget.
No, I won't forget. I thank you for bringing it up. There's not much to look at after that. But thank you for bringing that up. I have to change subjects on you. Wyatt Burkhardt's line here about playing Little League because of
Mr. Chad's cheeseburgers?
Yes, Mr. Brad. I think it was Mr. Brad's cheeseburgers. But either way. Which one was it?
Mr. Brad.
Okay, Mr. Brad, yes. That has to be one of the lines of the year on the questionnaires. There's a lot of reasons to play the game.
3-2.
I need to meet Mr. Brad.
Hey, a good cheeseburger is a good reason to play it. Full count to Burkhardt. Upstairs, ball 4. Mr. Brad, if you can hear us right now, we're at the Little League Central Region headquarters in Youngstown, Indiana.
Feel free to fire up the grill.
Here's Braxton Anderson with a runner on. You like Bryson Williams on the bump.
I do, yeah. I love youngsters that can manipulate the ball. You can tell he has a feel for pitching.
Good piece of hitting, beating that pitching off the bat of Anderson. All of a sudden, 2-1 to start the inning for Kentucky.
Fastball away, shoots it in the 4-hole. A very nice piece of hitting. And this is a well-located pitch out over the plate. Braxton Anderson just rifles it into right field. North Oldham not interested in going away quietly here.
Resilient group that, as we mentioned, has been together. At least the core contingents that they were 6 or 7 years old, adding in some all-stars here and there over the years. They lost in the state championship game at 8U and 10U, lost in the semifinals of state last year as 11U players. This year finally got over the hump. Rolled to short. Treadway flips. Could be a double play. It is turned beautifully. Treadway to Osborne to Infante, 2 down.
Well, that's as tailor-made as it gets. But again, in Little League Baseball, what looks to be tailor-made doesn't always get executed that way. But this was just really well done. A hard-hit ground ball that takes a Sunday hop to Treadway, and Osborne finishes it off flawlessly. A good old pitcher's best friend there, 6'4", 3.
Ball gets away. Runner will come home easily as Bryson Williams was not covering home plate. Sort of a gimme run there for Kentucky, and now a 6-run game in the bottom of the 4th. Base is clear for Dennison. in front of home. Williams takes it himself. That ends the inning. I think we found Mr. Brad. Might not be listening to us. I think Chris Burke's going to pay him a visit behind home after the game.
Yeah, he's taking the night off. No, not grilling any cheeseburgers tonight. He's not only the cheeseburger maker, but also the league president.
Champs from Kentucky out of Grange, Kentucky, North Oldham Little League. Just the second time they've been in the regional in 25 years. Making the little over 2-hour drive up north to Whitestown, Indiana. Great crowd on hand tonight from Grange. And you can say the same about the folks who made the trip from Hamilton, Ohio. They've made that trip yearly. It's become a pilgrimage of sorts for that Little League organization. 16 times in the last 20 years. Hamilton Westside Little League has represented the state of Ohio at the Great Lakes region. They've represented them well so far here in 2026. 2-0 start to the regional. And now just 2 innings away from a trip to the regional final. Up 6 here in the top of the 5th. Leo Feltner leads it off against Ethan Hodges.
You can essentially say we'll be calling you shortly. If you need a cold drink or a snack, you need to make your way over there. Thank you.
Doing what?
Remember, Feltner's last time up was the fly ball to center field where Easton Craig lost his footing, and the game was never the same since. It goes down in the book as a double, but boy, was that a play that if it went differently, no telling where this game would be right now.
Ended up being a 9-run inning. And so many of those runs came with 2 outs, including that scorebook double by Leo Feltner. He later not only drove in a run, but came around to score. Winner advances to the regional championship on Wednesday. Loser will play Indiana tomorrow in the elimination bracket semifinal. Bunt dropped down. Hodges only played first. Makes it in time to catch Bryson Williams. Boy, that was a bang play. Ken Coomer looking into the dugout, wondering whether or not they should challenge here. But it appears they'll let the play continue.
I think Eric Brown at first base there got that one right. Just a heck of a play by Ethan Hodges. A really quick release. And see Wilson gaining some serious ground, but that throw gets there just a half step in time.
That almost caught Infante in the helmet. Ducked in time. Up to third goes Felton. If Ohio were able to score 4 runs in this inning, the run rule would be in effect in the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 to Infante.
Infante yet to hit a homer here in Whitestown, but hit a homer in each of the first 3 games in state, and can get it up to 74 miles an hour on the bump. This is a dude that's all about power. You feel like that home run clock is ticking here. It feels like a matter of time before he runs into one.
3-0 count to Infante, also known as Big Boy. Second walk of the inning. 2 on, 1 out for Xander Kincaid, who we've already seen once tonight go yard.
A couple home runs here in this Great Lakes Regional. He went out to the backside gap last time. Looks like we're going to get another pitching change.
You're good. Hey, head up, head up, head up. Great job. Great job. Really good. Go to third. Get Joel. Joel. Hey, let's go. A lot of confidence. A lot of confidence. Let's go. Hey.
Easton Craig will be the new pitcher for Kentucky when we come back. Easton Craig replaces Ethan Hodges on the bump for Kentucky. Craig has already thrown once in this tournament. 1 earned run, 2 walks, a strikeout in 1 inning of work. That came in Kentucky's win against Illinois on Saturday. Laser up the middle. Base hit to drive in a run. Infante is out at second base. The second base umpire, Jeremy Oakley, says that Infante was off the bag. Berkey, you take exception to that call because you didn't see a glove on the body of the runner.
Well, once you've achieved the base, if you go past it, you then would have to be tagged to be out. Now, Infante gets caught going back early. Look, he's there first. Okay, he's off. Maybe there was a tag. I didn't see the tag from here. Maybe you can see the tag from this. So he's achieved the base. He's safe. He gets past the bag here. Oh, there was a tag. Yes. Great call. Jeremy Oakley all over that one.
Could be a double play to end the inning. Gets away from Schleter. And the inning continues. The runner was out at second base, I thought. Oh, the scoreboard in the stadium is incorrect. It had only 1 out on the board. It should have said 2 outs, and there wouldn't have needed to be a double play to end the inning.
But they're calling the runner at second safe, so that wouldn't be what the issue is here.
Well, now they're going to wipe the runners off the base path potentially.
I think
they're going to get together.
Yeah.
Umpires are going to get together on this.
You are right, though. The throw to first didn't need to be made. Because you had the out on the bunt and then the out at second base. There were definitely 2 outs. The question is, was the runner out at second base?
And the umpires are going to take a look here at the monitor. And I believe what's being looked at is not the amount of outs on the field, but the play at second base here.
Oh, he steps back as he's catching the ball and wasn't actually on the base. So the call was safe on the field, and Kentucky's going to challenge that call. And how about our man Jeremy Oakley now? That's 2 calls this inning that he's been all over. So he's going to sit here and watch, and he calls him safe. Wow. That's a really good call, because it does appear that he had jumped off the base, and that's just a mental error. And with 2 outs, all you need to do is receive that ball with your foot on the base. But second baseman Cooper Berry's looking to turn a double play right there, and it's going to cost him a chance to get off the field.
Also, the scoreboard in the stadium still reads 1 out, when in fact there are 2 outs, even with that call at second being safe. Which is perhaps why Berry was trying to turn a double play. And there clearly you can see Oakley saying that the fielder, Berry, was off the bag on that transition.
And really a nice job there by the Ohio staff to make sure the runner stays at second base.
Yeah.
That's an easy one to just hop up and run off the field.
There is a lengthy process involved in these replays, just to make sure that all parties are aware of what is actually being replayed, what the call is on the field, and then if anything's going to be overturned, what the new call would be. As it stands, 2 on, 2 out for Ohio, and the run from Feltner making it 11-4. And I don't think either you or I saw anything on those couple of replays that we saw that would change what we've got here.
Another one I'm surprised is taking this long, but I'll tell you, as heady as it was to not leave the base pass, they could have advanced another base, each one of them.
Sure.
I mean,
safe is the call. And so the inning continues for Ohio. Bob Frazier will come to the plate. It's a tough break there for Kentucky. They'll try to dust themselves off here and get the final out of the inning without allowing another run to come across.
Ball.
2-0 to Frazier. Looking for his first hit of the night. A couple of ground outs. Beg your pardon, it's McAdams
3-0.
at the plate here for Ohio.
Hey.
3-1 count now to McAdams. And he draws a walk to load the bases. And now the potential run rule run is aboard in the 5th. Walker Osborne comes to the plate, showing bunt, and turns away from the strike.
I don't think Walker agreed with that, but should get Easton Craig back in the saddle.
Should Walker reach, Finn Dykes awaits on deck. And we've already seen him do damage with the bat at the plate tonight. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 2-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 3.
3-1.
Well, this is, at this point, Walker Osborne has not looked like he's had any intention of swinging the bat. Bases loaded, 3-2 count. You got to be ready to pull the trigger here.
Here you go.
Easton Craig trying to get Kentucky out of the inning. Osborne into center. It is caught by Baker. Ohio leaves the bases loaded. They played 1 in the 5th. They lead it 11-4 as we head to home now. We are looking forward to it, Zubin. Baseball all night long across the country, coast to coast. Lots of regional play here in the Great Lakes region. Hamilton, Ohio, LaGrange, Kentucky, both represented in tonight's semifinal, Jasper, Indiana. That team awaits the loser of this game in the elimination bracket semifinal, which is tomorrow. Winner here advances to the region final on Wednesday. Gorgeous night in Whitestown. Lots of offense. Joel McCone Jr. comes up swinging on the first pitch. 30th pitch of the night for Bryson Williams. Pitch count not nearly as big a factor for Ohio, at least at the moment, as it could be for Kentucky right now. Seeing as the loser of this game would have to turn around and play again tomorrow.
Forgive me, but the dad coach nerd in me just loves when a youngster puts his nose on the back of the baseball. Watch Leo Feltner right here. Watch this. And that is how you finish the catch right there. 2 hands, nose down. Make sure you secure the catch. Throw a rocket over your big first baseman. I'm a sucker for good fundamentals, Matty. Forgive me.
More so than the big home run.
I mean, I like the long ball too. Don't get me wrong, but just, you know, it's an all-natural surface. We're just down, 2 shuffles, square your shoulders, rip it over to the big fella. That is teaching tape on how to field a ground ball at third base.
We can get you the TV copy if you want. You can show it to your youngsters that you're coaching up this year.
That would be it right there. Something tells me Leo Feltner is going to be back here with West Side playing shortstop next summer. Third base is an 11-year-old. I'm going to go ahead and call that. I don't know who the challenger is to Hamilton next year, but
not unlike Boone Treadway, who was playing second base last year. Now he's the shortstop as a 12-year-old. One of 2 returners for this Ohio team this year, the other being Bob Frazier. Started the game on the rubber for Ohio and has since passed the ball to Bryson Williams. A reminder coming up later on tonight, Colorado and Montana as region play continues on ESPN. Walk drawn by Cooper Berry flips the lineup over for Kentucky.
Looks like we're at a threshold here where
signal then if you can't see it. Your finger's probably too close together. You all right?
Yeah.
Can you finish it for me? Huh?
Yeah.
All right. You feeling good? Relax. Let's get the first strike. Let's keep on pounding the first strike, then we'll work from there. All right? Hey, fastball right down the middle. We're out by 7. Let's maybe a double play up the middle. All right? Let's go.
Well, you're right about the pitch count for Bryson Williams. He's now reached the threshold where he would need 2 days rest to pitch again. So he would not be available in the championship game for Ohio.
Oh, yeah. So that was just simply a calm down and throw strikes.
Yep. Throws a strike, gets a ground ball. Could be 2. It is on the stretch by Isaiah Infante. The big boy showing the size at first base and a DP to end the inning.
Well, first Ken Coomer calls a big inning on offense. Then he calls a inning-ending double play. My man Feltner, 5-4-3. Ohio off the field.
Challenge has come in from Matthew Teague. Potentially. Challenging the out at second base, perhaps. And that we are simply speculating based on the pointing and the lip reading. No, instead they're going to challenge the out at first base. Here's another look at it. Boy, that's as close as it gets.
Boy, it is.
What a stretch by Isaiah Infante, regardless of whether or not this call holds.
I think he's out. Big boy getting all 6 feet into that. Look at that stretch and lean. Well, did we wait too long? There's a meeting about the meeting here. There's been no review at this point.
And now there will be a review. At least there's good tunes for these long breaks in the action.
Yeah. DJ's doing his job. Slow down, big fella.
Meanwhile, Isaiah Infante is unbothered by whether or not this call is upheld. He is getting loose, perhaps to close the game for Ohio.
Big boy, they said, is up to 74. I think he's out.
He is built like a Major League Baseball player at the young age of 12.
Who from that list are you surprised was only 6 foot tall?
George Brett.
Really?
Yeah. How about you?
I would have said Bob Feller. But Bob Feller is known as one of the hardest throwers in the history of the game. I didn't know that he was only 6 foot 185. Of course, Nolan Ryan wasn't. Nolan Ryan's about 6'2", 185 too in his prime.
So you also get a little bit of height added to you when you're on the rubber.
You do, no question. Just not in the official book.
Sure. Call on the field is out. We have come to a conclusion after video review. Out is the call. We will go to break after the double play turned by Ohio. The team from Hamilton Westside Little League will pick up the bats when we return.
Pennsylvania, and a slice of sports paradise. Hammered, gone! Up and out of Williamsport.
Are you kidding me? Lay out like a superhero.
Great baseball ahead. Here we go.
All the teams in action this week trying to get there. The Little League World Series in Williamsport, presented by T-Mobile, beginning August 19th on ESPN and ABC. The winner of this game is 1 game away, Berkey, from a trip to Williamsport. And right now, Ohio's in the driver's seat as we start the top of the 6th. Finn Dukes leads it off. Easton Craig back on the bump, misses wide. Dykes looks at strike 1.
2-1.
Pop up left side. Hodges makes the catch. Zubin Mehenti. Thank you very much, Zubin.
Hopefully Rooney's got his iced coffee.
I was just going to say, I hope Zubin's caffeinated.
Zubin doesn't feel like he struggles for juice, but Coach Rooney needs his caffeine or he's got problems.
Mountain region. That's a late night. Sounds like a late night.
Yes.
San Bernardino doesn't sound too bad, though.
No? I'm sure it's quite toasty this time of year.
We wouldn't know. We're in the AC.
That's right.
2-1.
2-1 count to Hilton. Chops it to third. 2 away. 93 degrees tonight in San Bernardino.
Quite toasty.
Toastier than either of those Little League teams are probably used to in Colorado and Billings, Montana.
I think it's 94 in Billings too often.
Caden Trent's going to come to the plate after this visit to the mound.
Go get.
And because of the pitch count.
Ready? Yep. Let's go, Joe. Pound the zone. Pound the zone.
Because of the pitch count for Easton Craig, Matthew Teague making another change. We'll be right back after this. Series is looking back on all the guys that played Little League Baseball, made it to the highest levels of the sport. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Klay Thompson. How about a couple of multi-time NBA champs? Dick Vitale, Hall of Fame ESPN announcer Bill Belichick. How about that photo on the left? 8-time Super Bowl champ. Began as a youngster like all of these. There is Mr. Brad, who not only whips up the best cheeseburgers, he also is keeping the babies awake and happy behind home plate late night here in Indy.
That's a good pick right there for Mr. Brad.
Ooh, almost caught the helmet of Caden Trent. Ducked out of the way in time. 1-1 count. Joel McCone Jr., the new pitcher. That'll make you wide-eyed.
Yeah, test your flexibility. Say, Mr. Brad, it's a little easier to keep a smile when your boys are losing 11-4 when you got that little bundle of joy on your lap.
Makes you realize it's just a game. 2-ball, 2-strike count here. Trent rips it foul.
Here you go. Thank you.
I could go for a Mr. Brad cheeseburger right about now.
I'm thinking what you're thinking.
What?
Double or single?
I could do a double right now.
Wow. Mr. Grilled Chicken's going to eat a double cheeseburger.
It's been a minute.
You must be hungry. Me too.
Thank you.
And the way it's been talked up.
Oh, no question.
I feel like I'd have to go twice.
Might have to do it with an egg on top.
2-2.
2-2 count here. 2 outs, base is clear. Kentucky will need at least 7 runs.
3-2.
The bottom of the 6th. 9th pitch of this at bat. Trent draws a 2-out walk.
Courtesy runner at first base for Ohio, number 5, Zach Hilton.
Zach Hilton will courtesy run for catcher Caden Trent. Hudson Vonderheide, the 12-hitter, comes up ripping foul.
Here you go. Coming into you.
Top of the lineup looming here for Ohio. It's Boone Treadway. Already has a pair of extra base hits. And 2 runs batted in tonight. Chopper to first. Fielded deep in the hole. Throw gets away. Both runners advance. And it's second and third with 2 outs. Heck of an effort by Husband behind the bag at first. Just couldn't quite locate the throw.
Looked like he caught this ball after it was already past. What a stat. But then just a really tough throw there. And at this point, it looked like if he'd have kept running, if Trent would have kept running, he would have been awarded. He could have been awarded home because of the interference, but you have to at least make an attempt at the next base. So he stays put. And now Treadway with another chance to have even a bigger night than he's already had.
Brad Bryan in center field looking on. He's had a monster tournament so far. He's pitched, he's hit, he's turned double plays at shortstop.
2-1.
Yeah, he's put together a pretty nice little highlight reel tonight. His lone out was a rocket right back at the mound.
Full count with first base open. 2 on, 2 out. Treadway lines it to third. Kentucky down to their final 3 outs, trying to avoid a date with Indiana in the elimination semifinal. They'll need 7 runs to extend the game. Back in Whitestown, Indiana. Final half inning potentially. With Kentucky down to their final 3 outs. Winner advances to the Wednesday championship. Loser will play Indiana right here tomorrow in the elimination semifinal. Bryson Williams back on the bump. Good news for Kentucky
Here you go.
is that they lead off with their 2-hitter Tanner Seaman.
Point. 2-1.
2-1. Mile high pop up second base. Walker Osborne gloves. 1 away.
So playing this thing forward, we're looking at a Kentucky-Indiana semifinal tomorrow, 1 o'clock. An Indiana team that looked awfully impressive today in their win over Michigan. I mean, that sets up to be a pretty nice ball game. 11-5 was that score for Indiana.
After losing 11-0 to Ohio, big rebound for Indiana.
Yeah, so Kentucky's doesn't have a whole lot of time, you know, barring a miracle comeback here. They don't have a whole lot of time to feel sorry for themselves. They're going to have to go home and get a bite to eat. Brad's Burger, hit the hay, and do what you learn to do in this game, which is have a short memory and know that the sun will come up tomorrow.
You and I saw it here last year. Ohio walloped Illinois in the winners bracket semifinal. Illinois went through the elimination side of the bracket, came back to upset Ohio in the championship game 9-4.
Yeah,
it can happen.
No question. And I would imagine Ohio, you know, really, if you're the Ohio coaching staff, you're going to handle that one of two ways. You're either going to put that in your boys' minds to remind them to stay sharp, and that just because you beat somebody in the semis doesn't mean you're going to
Here you go.
cakewalk your way to Williamsport, or maybe you don't want to bring it up. Maybe you don't want to go back to how last year ended. It'd be interesting to see how they choose to motivate this year's group. But one thing's for sure, this is a very talented team. Feels like they have more punch offensively than last year's group.
Sort of just fell flat in that championship game against Illinois. All the momentum went to the team from Clarendon Hills.
It got away from them early a little bit in the way that this game got away from Kentucky early, as we see a little front door breaking ball there that maybe just clips the edge.
2 down for Henry Baker. Baker charge right field, down for extra bases, off the base of the wall. A 2-out double for Henry Baker.
Good for Henry Baker. Not the start he was looking forward to this ball game, but boy, was that a pretty swing of the bat. Also a big-time hooper back in Kentucky, and that is a nice move. Watch him flatten this barrel out on a fastball up in the zone, and smushes this ball off the right field wall.
Short memory. Here's Wyatt Husband. It's been a good relief outing for Bryson Williams. Has not allowed a run yet since coming into the game in the 3rd. And Ken Coomer, Tim Nichtine, Chris Hilton, coaching staff for Ohio, electing to stay with Williams despite the pitch count. Everyone giving chase. It'll get out of play foul. Up over 50+ pitches. He will not be available to pitch in the championship game should the score hold. But he is as beneficial, if not more so, to them defensively in center field. 1-2 count to Husband.
Hold on to it.
That breaking ball, it really does have a nice late bite to it. You can tell the hitters from North Oldham just barely recognizing that pitch as it gets to home plate, the ones that have. That was a good emergency hack there from Husband.
Husband left side, snared at 3rd. Throw across the diamond is in time. How about that from Leo Feltner to send Ohio to the championship game?
Leo Feltner, I'm telling you, this kid making this lineup, hitting in the 2-hole as an 11-year-old, and showed us some big-time stuff with the glove tonight. Heck of a play, ranging to his left. Ohio flexes their muscles early, extends it late, and showed us not just some offense, but some defense as well. As we watch Feltner here move to his left, crossover step, good job of adjusting to a tough hop, and then plenty of arm across the diamond. Ohio, again, 1 game away from Williamsport.
They were in this championship game a year ago. Fell short against Illinois, looking for some redemption. They will take on the winner of Indiana and Kentucky tomorrow, 1 Eastern, right here on ESPN. For Chris Burke, Matt Schumacher saying good night from Whitestown. More baseball out west on ESPN2.